Hello and welcome back to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton. And as you can see, I've had the honour of coming down here to Hill Dickinson Stadium today, where I've had the pleasure of interviewing Everton Women's players Clare and Emily Ramsey ahead of the historic first game here on Sunday against Manchester United.
Obviously we're now in Goodison Stadium and we've had a few games there, but this will be our first game at Hill Dickinson, so we're obviously really excited to play in this new stadium and be a part of history of the first female game here.
Yeah, obviously we're so happy to be playing at Goodison, but it's a brand new stadium, the Hill Dickinson, and looking around it's brilliant, and it's just be exciting for us to come down, hopefully have some good support and get a nice atmosphere in this nice stadium.
I obviously mentioned that there's been a lot of changes in the club, the Freaking group coming in have really sort of tried to spearhead a bit of a change in women's football. How exciting is that to be at the club? Do you think it gives Everton an edge over other clubs in terms of signing players, having the Freaking group there?
Yeah, I definitely think it's a process, and they're coming in with the right intentions and obviously wanting to invest, and we're seeing that now with obviously being at Goodison. And I think as a playing group it gives a lot of trust in us that they have the right intentions and they want to build the women's team.
Yeah, I think we've seen the effect they had on the Roma women's team after taking over there as well, so it's exciting for us. Obviously it's American ownership and women's soccer is massive over there, so it's exciting for us, and we see that they've got belief in us as a women's team to boost our brand a little bit and giving us Goodison, be a little bit more independent, so obviously it's an exciting time.
Obviously, like you said, it was a really good start against Liverpool in the derby 4-1, but then since then it's been obviously really close margins, 2-1, we had a draw against Leicester, and I think obviously we can look back at those games and wish in key moments that we maybe did something differently. But we just have to make sure that through 90 minutes that we are consistent in front of goal and also in our defence as well. So we've been definitely doing a lot about that, and United are going to be a really tough test. They're really in form at the moment, so we know that there's not a minute that we can switch off, and it's going to be key for us that we do that.
Emily, of course, one player who's not going to be involved sadly on Sunday is Courtney Brosnan, but I'm sure she's given you a lot of encouragement at the training ground throughout the weeks that you've been in the team. How has she sort of helped you to come back into the first team and bed in?
Yeah, I mean, me and Courtney have worked together for a lot of years, and we've always had that competition in training and like a good bond between the two of us where we can support each other well. So it's always nice, like we're good friends as well, so it's nice she's someone that I can talk to, and she gives that encouragement from the sideline and also from within the training ground as well.
So Emily, of course, Manchester United, the opponents on Sunday. You came through the Manchester United Academy. Tell me what that's going to be like, of course, playing in this huge stadium.
Yeah, obviously it's close to home for me. I've played against United a couple of times already in the past, and it just gives you that extra bit of motivation, wanting to get one over on them almost. But yeah, we know the quality that they have. They've started the season very well. But hopefully at this stadium, our first time playing here as well, so hopefully we can bring a good amount of energy and bring the game to them.
Like you said, it's going to be a historic day, and I think if you're on the fence, if you don't know what it's going to be like and you think it just might be for you to come look, then you're not going to know unless you come and check it out. So what harm is there then coming and seeing if it's for you? And in terms of what football it's going to be, when we put on the Everton badge, a large part of our culture is to do everything. We want to leave it out there on the field, and you're going to see a high energy game where you're going to see people doing everything they can for Everton. And if that seems like something you want to support, I would say come to the game.
I also had the chance to speak to Peter McFarlane from the Everton Women Supporters Group on what Sunday means for him.
Yes, so I'm secretary of the Everton Women Official Supporters Club. A lot of our roles involve basically getting the fans together, creating the atmosphere, organising away trips and things like that, but it's mainly about just getting behind the players and trying to build our support.
And it must be incredibly exciting to come here on Sunday. Of course, you've had the start of the season at Goodison Park, but it seems like everything's coming at once at the minute.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm lucky enough I'm a season ticket here as well. I'm a season ticket for both the men's side and the women's side, so it'll be fantastic for a number of our members who haven't got season tickets for the men's to be able to come down here and experience this incredible stadium. We're all massively looking forward to it. It also gives an opportunity for a number of fans to come down who don't have season tickets for either, people who maybe haven't been to women's games before but haven't been to the Hill Dickinson before. We'd like to encourage as many people to come down as possible.
So obviously I've seen the photos, it's incredibly impressive what you've done with the flags in the Gladys Street at the women's game. Am I right in suggesting you're going to have some here on Sunday as well?
Yeah, so I'm a member of the 1878 as well, so thankfully the rest of the group have allowed me to use a lot of our waivers and things at Goodison Park. I don't know if anyone's seen the news recently about what we're trying to do with the south stand here at Hill Dickinson. It's going to take a lot more, well, bigger flags basically to be able to fill it. So on Sunday it's going to be slightly scaled down. We're just going to have our normal flags that are going to be hung from the middle of the south stand, which are all individual to our players, our Everton Women players. So we'll dress up the south stand as much as we can.
And thoughts going into the game, of course, Manchester United are a really good side, one of the top sides in the league, but coming here, it'll be a different kind of challenge for them. I'm sure they're not as confident as people might let on.
Absolutely, but they do have, you know, big game players. Ella Toone in particular. I was there at Wembley when she scored against Germany in the Euros final. So she's a player who's made for the big occasion. But having said that, we've got a number of players on our side. Clare who was with us today, a fantastic player, Australian international who's played at the biggest stage. We've got quality throughout our side. I'm sure we'll go toe to toe with them. As I say, we've got so much faith in this team. It's a young team. It's a team that's developing, but they've got so much quality to show, and I'm sure that they'll be right up for it on Sunday.
I spoke to Clare as well about the situation of fans who may be a bit undecided about whether they're going to come on Sunday. You know, maybe they haven't been to the stadium yet, maybe they have been to the stadium for a men's game, maybe they have been to Goodison for a men's game, not for a women's game. What would you say to people who are just teeter on the edge of a bit unsure about whether or not they should spend the money and buy a ticket and come on Sunday?
Well, I think first of all, you know, I always say about the players, about this team, about what they give for Everton Football Club. I think it's right that Evertonians give that back to them. You know, the amount of work that Everton Women players do within the community and how they represent our football club. I'd like to encourage as many people to come down as possible because I feel like the players deserve it. In terms of the Hill Dickinson Stadium as well, I don't think you can argue with the price. £12 for adults, £6 for kids. What better opportunity to come down and experience this stadium? It's a brand new stadium. It's so hard to get tickets. What an opportunity to come down. There's loads of entertainment on for the kids, whether that's the magicians, balloon animal creators, face paint. FC26 is going to be on outside as well. So I think there's plenty of opportunity there to bring the kids down, make a family day out of it as well, and also experience a fantastic game of football.